Ever wondered how spirituality impacts our lives and the world around us? Spirituality, often a misunderstood term, is not just about rituals or religious practices. It's a broader concept, a journey into self-discovery, a quest for meaning, purpose, and a sense of connection with something bigger than ourselves. In our fast-paced, technology-driven world, spirituality often takes a back seat, overlooked amidst the hustle and bustle. But its influence is profound and far-reaching, impacting individuals and societies in ways more than one. It's like a gentle whisper that guides us, a beacon that lights our path in times of darkness, and a soothing balm that heals our wounds. Spirituality is like a unique fingerprint, deeply personal and unique to each individual. It's a personal journey shaped by our experiences, beliefs, values, and aspirations. For some, it might be about seeking solace in nature. For others, it could be about connecting with a higher power. And for some, it might be about finding inner peace and contentment. There's no right or wrong, no one-size-fits-all approach. It's a journey of exploration, of discovery, and of transformation. But why is spirituality important? Well, it helps us understand our place in the universe, gives us a sense of purpose, and helps us navigate life's ups and downs. It fosters empathy, compassion, and kindness, making us better human beings. It encourages us to look beyond the superficial, to question, to ponder, and to seek the truth. It helps us connect with our inner selves and with others, fostering a sense of community and belonging. And as we embark on this spiritual journey, we begin to shed the unnecessary, the superficial, the harmful. We start to let go of things that no longer serve us, that hinder our growth, that cloud our vision. We start to embrace the essential, the meaningful, the uplifting. So, are you ready to embark on this transformative journey? Are you ready to discover what it means to be truly spiritual? Then, stick around. Join us on this journey as we delve into the eighth. First on our list is the act of judgment. Now, we all know that it's human nature to judge, to categorize, and to classify. It's how we make sense of the world around us. But what many of us don't realize is that this act of judgment can often limit us, box us in, and prevent us from truly understanding the world and the people in it. Highly spiritual individuals recognize this. They understand that every person, every situation is multidimensional, complex, and cannot be reduced to a simple label or category. They appreciate the uniqueness of each individual, each moment, and refrain from hastily passing judgment. By quitting judgment, they open themselves up to a world of increased empathy and understanding. Instead of seeing a person as just this or that, they see them as a whole, as a combination of various experiences, emotions, and characteristics. They see the person behind the label, the story behind the action. They understand that everyone is on their own journey, facing their own struggles, and they empathize with that. This empathy allows them to connect with others on a deeper level. It allows them to see the world from multiple perspectives, to understand different viewpoints. This, in turn, leads to a richer, more nuanced understanding of the world around them. Quitting judgment also has a profound effect on how they perceive themselves. Instead of being harsh critics of their own actions, they become compassionate observers. They understand that they too are on a journey, that they too are learning and growing, and that it's okay to make mistakes. This compassionate self-view encourages self-acceptance, self-love, and personal growth. It allows them to be kind to themselves, to forgive themselves, and to learn from their mistakes instead of beating themselves up over them. So, the act of quitting judgment is not just about being kind to others, it's also about being kind to oneself. It's about embracing empathy, understanding, and compassion, and acknowledging. Next up, we explore the abandonment of materialism. Materialism, the pursuit of physical possessions and wealth, often consumes our lives. However, individuals on a spiritual path tend to quickly shed this pursuit. Why, you might ask? Well, the answer is quite simple and profound at the same time. They realize that material possessions are only temporary, and they don't bring long-lasting contentment or happiness. Instead, they understand that true happiness and peace come from within. not from the outside world. It's like the old saying, money can't buy happiness. It's an age-old wisdom that spiritual seekers adopt wholeheartedly. Let's delve a little deeper into this. When we chase after material possessions, we're essentially trying to fill a void within ourselves. We believe that the next shiny thing, the next pay raise, the next big house will finally bring us the happiness we seek. But in reality, this pursuit only leads to a never-ending cycle of want and need. In contrast, when we focus on spiritual growth, we start to fill that void from within. We find contentment in the simple joys of life, like the beauty of a sunrise or the sound of a bird singing. We start to appreciate the present moment and live in it fully, instead of constantly striving for the next big thing. Moreover, abandoning materialism doesn't mean that we have to give up all our possessions and live in a cave. It simply means that we shift our focus from acquiring more to being more. It's about seeking growth, wisdom, and inner peace rather than external validation. This shift in focus leads to a profound sense of peace and happiness that's not dependent on external circumstances. It's a happiness that comes from within and radiates outwards. It's a happiness that's sustainable and long-lasting. So, if you find yourself constantly striving for more, remember that the key to happiness and peace might not lie in the next big purchase, but in the next big step towards spiritual growth. Embrace the journey of self-discovery and inner peace. Hence, step away from materialism and step into spiritual growth. Thirdly, we tackle the habit of unnecessary worry. Imagine a life where you're not constantly consumed by worry, a life where your mind is clear, focused, and at peace. This is the life that many spiritually evolved individuals strive to lead, and it's achieved by letting go of unnecessary worry. You see, worry is a natural human response to uncertainty and potential danger, but when it becomes a chronic state, it can be detrimental to our physical and mental well-being. Highly spiritual people understand this and take steps to manage and mitigate their worries. One of the ways they do this is by focusing on what they can control. They understand that worrying about things outside their control is futile and only serves to increase stress and anxiety levels. Instead, they channel their energy and focus into areas where they can make a difference. This could be anything from their personal growth, their relationships, or their contribution to society. Another strategy spiritual individuals employ is living in the present moment. By being fully engaged and present, they are able to appreciate the here and now without worrying about the past or the future. This mindfulness practice brings a sense of calm and tranquility, and it's a powerful tool in combating unnecessary worry. The benefits of letting go of unnecessary worry are numerous. It leads to decreased stress, which in turn promotes better health and longevity. It frees up mental space, allowing for clearer thinking and better decision-making. It cultivates a sense of inner peace and contentment, which can enhance our overall quality of life. But perhaps the most significant benefit is the increased capacity for joy and happiness. When we're not weighed down by worry, we're able to fully experience and appreciate the beauty and wonder of life. We're able to engage more fully with the world around us and with the people we love. So how about it? Are you ready to let go of unnecessary worry and embrace a more peaceful, fulfilling life? Remember, it's a journey, not a destination. But every step you take towards releasing worry brings you one step closer to a life of greater peace and happiness. Next, we look at the dismissal of negativity. In the journey towards spiritual awakening, one of the most significant steps is the conscious decision to quit negativity. This isn't about ignoring the harsh realities of life or living in a bubble of denial. It's about choosing to focus on the positive aspects of life rather than letting negative thoughts and feelings consume us. Now, you might be wondering, how do spiritual people quickly quit negative thinking? Well, it begins with awareness. They cultivate mindfulness, watching their thoughts without judgment. They understand that thoughts are just thoughts, and they don't define who they are. Next, they replace these negative thoughts with positive affirmations. It's like planting a seed in a garden. If you water and nurture it, it will grow and flourish. Similarly, when you feed your mind with positive thoughts, it cultivates an environment of optimism and positivity. But let's be clear, quitting negativity isn't about suppressing negative feelings. That's unhealthy. Instead, it's about acknowledging these feelings, understanding them, and then choosing to let them go. It's about deciding not to dwell in negativity, but instead to rise above it. The benefits of quitting negativity are profound. First, it leads to increased happiness. When you focus on the positive, you start to see the beauty in the everyday. You appreciate life in a way that was previously hidden to you. This shift in perspective brings about an inner joy that is resilient and enduring. Second, it fosters optimism. When you quit negativity, you start to see possibilities where once you saw obstacles. You become solution-oriented, which is incredibly empowering. You begin to realize that you have the power to shape your reality. And lastly, positivity attracts positivity. It's a universal law, much like the law of gravity. When you radiate positivity, you attract positive experiences and people into your life. So you see, quitting negativity isn't just about feeling better. It's about transforming your life from the inside out. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, a version that is at peace and in harmony with the universe. Fifth on our list is the abandonment of ego. It's a daunting task, no doubt about that. The ego, after all, is like a thick layer of armor we've built around ourselves. It's a defense mechanism, protecting us from perceived threats and helping us feel significant in this vast universe. But here's the catch. The ego also separates us from our true selves and from others. It builds walls, fosters conflict, and fuels division. It's the antithesis of the unity and interconnectedness that spirituality promotes. Spiritual people understand this. They see the ego for what it truly is, a delusion, a false sense of self, and so they strive to let it go. They acknowledge its presence, but don't let it dictate their actions. They seek to dissolve the ego, to see beyond it, to reconnect with their true essence. This is not about becoming self-effacing or losing one's identity. No, it's about seeing through the illusions of superiority, the need for validation, the desire to be right all the time. It's about recognizing that we are more than the roles we play, the titles we hold, or the accolades we receive. The benefits of abandoning ego are profound. One of them is increased humility. With less ego, you become more open to learning, more willing to admit mistakes, more appreciative of others' contributions. You become less self-centered, more compassionate. You become, in essence, more human. Another benefit is improved relationships. The ego often acts as a barrier in our interactions with others. It makes us defensive, judgmental, competitive. But when you let go of the ego, you open up to genuine connection. You listen more, empathize more, love more. You see others not as rivals, but as fellow travelers on this spiritual journey. To abandon the ego is a daring act of courage. It's a commitment to authenticity, to vulnerability, to truth. It's a step towards spiritual growth, towards a deeper understanding of self and others. It's a journey worth embarking on. So drop the ego and enhance your spiritual growth. Next, we tackle the habit of ignorance. Imagine a world where everyone acknowledges their ignorance and seeks to learn more, to grow, to evolve. This is the world highly spiritual people strive to live in. They understand that ignorance, the lack of knowledge or awareness, is a barrier to their spiritual growth. They quickly quit ignoring the truth and start seeking knowledge, embracing wisdom, and loving the process of learning. Now, what does it mean to quit ignorance? It's not about knowing everything. Instead, it's about acknowledging that we don't know everything. It's about being open to learning, to growing, to changing our perspectives when presented with new information. Spiritual individuals understand that the universe is vast, filled with mysteries and wonders far beyond our comprehension. They don't shy away from this. Rather, they embrace it. They relish the opportunity to learn, to grow, to evolve. Quitting ignorance is also about seeking truth. Not just any truth, mind you, but the kind of truth that resonates with your soul, that aligns with your spiritual path. It's about seeking the kind of knowledge that empowers you, that helps you to better understand yourself, others, and the world around you. And the benefits? Oh, they are manifold. Increased wisdom, for one. The more you learn, the more you understand. The more you understand, the wiser you become. But there's more. Quitting ignorance also leads to increased empathy and compassion. As we learn about others, as we understand their experiences, their struggles, their joys, we can't help but feel for them. We connect with them on a deeper level. We become kinder, more compassionate beings. And then there's the sheer joy of learning, the thrill of discovery, the excitement of gaining new insights, the wonder of exploring new ideas. These are the things that make life rich, that make it worth living. Hence, leave ignorance behind and embrace wisdom. Embrace the joy of learning, the thrill of discovery, the wonder of exploration. Embrace the growth, the evolution, the expansion of your soul. Embrace the wisdom that comes with knowledge, the compassion that comes with understanding, the joy that comes with discovery. Embrace the spiritual journey, because in the end, that's what it's all about. Lastly, we look at stopping resistance to change. When we speak of spiritual growth, we're delving into a realm where change is the only constant. Highly spiritual people understand this fundamental truth and quickly quit resisting change. Instead, they start embracing it wholeheartedly. Change in its many forms is often perceived as a threat. It's a disruption of the familiar, a break from the comfort zone. But for those on a spiritual path, change is seen as a catalyst for evolution and growth. They comprehend that change is not just inevitable, it's essential. So, how do spiritual individuals manage to stop resisting change? The secret lies in their ability to detach from fixed expectations and outcomes. They realize that every moment is transient, every situation is temporary. They adopt a fluid approach to life where they flow with the changes rather than against them. Now you might ask, what benefits does this approach yield? Well, the first and most immediate benefit is increased adaptability. Being open to change allows spiritual individuals to adjust swiftly to new circumstances. They are not held back by fear or hesitation, but move forward with courage and conviction. Another significant benefit is resilience. Embracing change fosters a robust capacity to bounce back from setbacks. It cultivates a spirit of resilience that helps them navigate through life's ups and downs with grace and poise. Moreover, it's this acceptance of change that fuels their journey of self-discovery and spiritual awakening. Each change, each transition, becomes a stepping stone towards higher consciousness and enlightenment. But remember, this journey of embracing change isn't always smooth. It requires patience, persistence, and a deep sense of trust in the universe. It means letting go of control and surrendering to the flow of life. So, if you find yourself resisting change, take a moment to reflect. Understand that change is the universe's way of helping you grow and evolve. The more you resist, the more you stagnate. Therefore, stop resisting and start adapting. Embrace the change and let it guide you towards a path of spiritual. We've explored the 8 things highly spiritual people quickly quit. Let's take a moment to recap. It's like stepping stones across a river. Each one brings us closer to the other side, closer to our true selves. First, we talked about quitting judgment. In doing away with judgment, we cultivate compassion and empathy, fostering unity rather than division. We learn to accept others as they are and ourselves as we are. Then, we moved on to abandoning materialism. By letting go of our obsession with physical possessions, we make room for spiritual growth. We learn to appreciate the intangible aspects of life: love, joy, peace, and connection. Next, we discussed stopping unnecessary worry. It's about living in the present moment, embracing it fully, and letting go of anxieties about the past and future. This allows us to experience life more fully and richly. Our 5th point was quitting negativity. By focusing on the positive, we attract positive experiences and create a more fulfilling life. We learn to see the beauty in every situation and in every person we meet. Then, we talked about abandoning ego. This is about letting go of the need to be superior, to be right, to be more than others. It's about embracing humility, acceptance, and gratitude. Our 7th point was quitting ignorance. This involves seeking wisdom and understanding. always being open to learning and growing. This continual growth and expansion is a key part of spiritual development. And finally, we explored stopping resistance to change. By welcoming change, we open ourselves to new possibilities and experiences. We learn to flow with life rather than against it. Each of these steps hold immense importance in spiritual growth. They are part of a journey that can lead us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. We may stumble, we may fall, but remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Remember, spirituality is a journey, not a destination. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and remember to subscribe for more enlightening content.